Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today was a really tough day. I gave an update to them in the morning to my group members that there are high chances for a gap filling which can happen till 24,350 or 300 range. This is what I had given as a update in my group members. But see what happened in the market. Market opened slightly gap up, right? The moment market opened like this compared to yesterday's low, it did not touch or it did not fill the gap and then move. It just blindly moved and came back and gave a retracement. So what we see from this, whenever we have this kind of a movement on the upward direction, what we expect is the moment we retrace back to a demand in this, we expect the market to go higher. This is what we generally expect, right? So we immediately have this small demand which is sitting right over here. So the moment market retraces back here, I personally planned a long position here, keeping this swing point low as my SL and targeting at least 1 is to 3 or 1 is to 4, something of the sort. At least I wanted to target the day's high being crossed and breached and target this swing point as my first target. This is what I had planned in trade. Okay, so market did not give a moment and it broke the structure on the downward direction and hit my SL. See, every trading system will have a loss which is inbuilt. If your lot sizes are big and if you don't put a SL in the system, then obviously your losses will be big. So why I said today's trading system was pretty tough is we did not get this moment, right? But market gave a closure below the lowest point, meaning higher low. So what we eventually expect is we retrace back to a supply and then take the market down. This is what we actually plan as a second trade, right? So we get a closure here. So where is the supply sitting in this leg of price action is this last imbalance supply. So the moment market retraces here, we expect the market to take it down even further, right? If you plan a short position here, the moment market retraces here and keep the swing point low as your SL and target yesterday's closing level at least, there again SL is hit. When two SLs are hit, you need to understand that market is doing drama. This is how you have to make sure that you don't fall into traps in the market. You have to make sure that you are stopping in one stop loss, not more than one stop loss. If you stop in one stop loss itself, it's more than enough. Second stop loss is way too much for you to handle when it comes to option trading because losses will be only accumulated. Let's go back to a little bit higher time frame. So I'm taking 1 hour chart for now. So what we can see from 1 hour chart is market has given a negative change of character, right? So we also see that there is a small supply which is sitting here. This supply is still not completely retested, although there was a liquidity sweep which happened here. We can expect market to go till here and then fall. This is one scenario which can happen. Second scenario which can happen is market can break this with a closure, proper to proper closure, then do some kind of a reaccumulation here and then do a blast till here. This is a second option which can happen. See, tomorrow is expiry. I repeat this in every video when it comes to expiry. Make sure that your lot sizes is small. I will give you two ranges, okay? One is take this swing point as your top range, 24,215. And the bottom range, you can keep it as 24,013. To be more precise, you can keep it at 24,000 range also. Now, somewhere here, 24,000 range, yeah. If you make sure that you don't trade between this range, market can just be trading between this 200 point range. Where we are at the moment is somewhere around 24,100. I'm asking you to give 100 points to the market on the upside or give 100 points to the market on the downward direction. So the best case ideal scenario for us is if market opens flat tomorrow and market stays in this range till 12:30 or till 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock, we can expect a movement either on the upward direction, depending on where the market is, or on the downward direction, depending if the market is in the downward range close to 12:30ish range. Because there can be one-sided momentum after all your premiums are being eaten by the both call sellers and also put sellers. Okay. Second option is if market opens somewhere close to 24,200 range, you can keep close to 10 points SL and try a short position as a first option. Okay, same goes in the downward direction. If market opens slightly gap down somewhere close to 24,000 itself, you can keep 10 points or 15 points SL and target the upward range for the swing point as a second option. These are the different options which we have as part of option trading. Okay, the reason why we are staying out of this particular range, we call this as a range liquidity. Whenever a range is being made in the market, buyers and sellers will make sure that your range is being specified. Big sellers don't want the market to go above this. Big buyers don't want the market to go below this. They will make sure that the market is staying between this range, so that during expiry all the premiums will go down to zero and they will have a good profit. As an option buyer, if you are trading between this range, if market opens flat and you are getting into call or getting into put and firefighting with the market continuously between these two ranges, you will only end up in bigger losses. So make sure your quantity size is low for tomorrow if you are trading in the current expiry. If you are trading with a bigger quantity size, you can trade in the next expiry so that your losses are lesser. So thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next education video.